So, hi everyone, this video is about my packet tracer activity in chapter 10 that is entitled as the DNS and DHCP. So, watch.
So, hi everyone, this video is about my packet tracer activity in chapter 10 that is entitled as DHCP and DNS servers. So, let's start. The objectives of this activity, part 1 is configure static IPv4 addressing, part 2 is configure and verify DNS records. So, the background is, in this activity, you will configure and verify static IP addressing and DHCP addressing. You will then configure a DNS server to map IP addresses to the website names. So, part 1. Configure static IPv4 addressing. Step 1. Configure the inkjet printer with static IPv4 addressing. The home office computers need to know the printer's IPv4 address to send information to it. The printer, therefore, must use a static or the unchanging IPv4 address. So, first, click Inkjet. Inkjet is located in Home Office. So, Inkjet. And click the Config tab, which displays the global settings. So, this is the global settings. Next, statically assign the gateway address as 192.168.0.1 and the DNS server address as 64.100.8.8. So, first, we will click the static, and then now we are able to put the gateway address and the IP and the DNS server. So in the gateway address, we will put the 192.168.0.1. Next is the DNS server, which is 64.100.8.8. And then now we will click the fast Ethernet 0 also here in the config tab. So next is statically assign the IP address as 192.168.0.2 and the subnet mask address as 255.255.255.0. So you can see the fast Ethernet 0 is in static mode. So IP address is we will click the IP address. So we will type the 192.168.0.2, and then the subnet mask is 255. That we will put here 255.255.255.0, and then now we will close the inkjet window. So next, we will proceed on step 2. Configure WRS to provide DHCP services. So first, we'll find the WRS. So WRS is also located in Home Office, which is the wireless router. So just click it. And then click WRS and click the GUI tab. So this is the GUI tab. And maximize the window. So this is the GUI tab in WRS. So the basic setup window displays by default. Configure the following settings in the network setup section. So number 1, change the IP address to 192.168.0.1. So we will change the IP address. As you can see, there is a sign IP address here. So we will change it as 192.168.0.1. And then set the subnet mask to 255.255.255.0. So this is 255.255.255.0. Next, enable a DHCP server. So just click enable. Then next is set the static DNS1 address to 64.100.8.8. So this is the static DNS1. Then we will put the 64.100.8.8. Then next is scroll down we will save it. Save settings. So we're done saving it, and then we will close the WRS window. And then next is step 3. Request DHCP addressing for the home laptop. So this activity focuses on the home office, the clients that you will configure with DHCP or home laptop and tablet. So this is the home office, and then this is the home laptop, and this is the tablet. So first, click home laptop. So this is the home laptop, and click the desktop tab. So this is the desktop tab, and then IP configuration. So next, click DHCP and wait until the DHCP request is successful. So just click DHCP. So we'll wait. So as you can see, the DHCP request is successful. And then next is tablet should now next is close the IP configuration window. So you will close it. The next is the tablet. Click tablet, and then also the desktop, and then the IP configuration. Then click the DHCP. So DHCP request for tablet is now successful. Then we will close it. So next is test access to website. So we already closed the IP configuration window and then click web browser. So from here we will click the web browser, and then we will type in the URL box the 10.10.10.2 for the central server website, or the 64.100.200.1 for the branch server website, and click go. So we will click go. So as you can see, we access the central server, and this are the contents of central server. And then now we will type here the 64.100.200.1 and then go. And as you can see, we also access the branch server, and these are the contents of branch server. Then next, we open the web browser, test the names for those same websites by entering. So next is reopen the web browser, test the names for those same websites by entering the central server.pt.pka and branch server.pt.pka. So click on fast forward time on the yellow bar below the topology to speed the process. So now we will go on the web browser. And then we will type here the central server.pt.pka and then go. So host name is under, so we will click the fast forward time. So next is we will try the branch server.pt.pka. So go. So host name is also unresolved, but so we will we can access the website using their addresses, not their branch server.pt.pka, not their name. So next is part 2. Configure records on the DNS server. Step 1. Configure famous.dns.pka with records for central server and branch server. So typically, DNS records and registered with companies, but for the purposes of this activity, you control the famous.dns.pka server on the internet. So now we will click the internet cloud, a new network display. So this is the internet cloud. Then we will click it. So click famous DNS.pka. So this is the famous DNS.pka. We will click it, and then we will click the services tab. So this is the services tab, and then we will go on to DNS. So this is the DNS in services tab, and then click famous add the following resource record name and address. So this is, so we will click here the, this is the resource records name. So we will type the central server .pt.pka, and then the address is 10.10.10.2, and then close the famous DNS PKA window. So we will add it, and then the other is the branch server branch server.pt.pka, and then its address is 64.100.200.1, and then add it. So as you can see, we already add them. And then now we will close the services tab. So we will click back to exit the internet cloud. Then next, step 2, verify the ability of client computers to use DNS. Now that you have configured DNS records, home laptop and tablet should be able to access the website by using the names instead of the IP addresses. So first, check that the DNS client is working properly, and then verify access to the website. So now we will try if we will access the website using their names and not only their IP addresses. So we will click home laptop or tablet. So we choose the home laptop, and then if the web browser is open, close it and select command prompt. So we will select command prompt. Verify the IPv4 addressing by entering the command ipconfig/all. So ipconfig /all. So this is, you should see the IP address for the DNS server. So this is the DNS server, and its IP address is 64.100.8.8. So this is RD. Next is ping the DNS server at, so ping 64.100.8.8 to verify connectivity. So it has a reply, so it has connectivity. And then next is, the note is the first 2 or 3 pings may fail as packet tracer simulates all the various processes that must occur for successful connectivity to a remote resource. So test the functionality of the DNS server by entering the commands nslookup centralserver.pt.pka and nslookup branchserver.pt.pka. You should get a name resolution showing the IP address for each. So we will type here the nslookup space central server.pt.pka, and we see the address of this central server.pt.pka. And then next is the nslookup space branch server.pt.pka. So also we can see its IP address and its name. So close the command prompt window and click the web browser. So we will click the web browser, And then verify that home laptop or tablet can now access the web pages for central server or branch server. So we will try its name. Central server.pt.pkn. So now we can access the central server website using its name. Then we will try the branch server.pt.pkn. So now we also already access this branch server website.
So that's all guys, and thank you for watching this video. I hope you understand and you learn from this. I'm Kisha, Lyka, Villanueva of IT 2105.